Hey everyone, hoping you're having a great day. It's Grow with Joe here to give you another lesson from my book, More You Know, More You Grow. So before I do that, as always, have to start up the Facebook Live. So let me get that started. What's today? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. Crazy how time flies by. July is almost over. Year is already halfway over. So just make sure that for the rest of July, you're enjoying it to the best of your ability and the rest of the summer because fall is about to come back up here. And then we got Christmas and then we got year 2020. So here just to provide you some more lessons on how to grow yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so you can make better decisions with your life. So then you can enjoy more of your 2019 because hey, you're doing what you need to do to live that good life that you want to live. So Facebook Live is going. We're going to get the Instagram Live going. So hold on just a second. Hi everyone, it's Grow with Joe here to give you another lesson from my book, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Single Day. And if you don't know about Grow with Joe, it's a company that combines financial planning with self-development coaching for our Latino professionals. If you're unfamiliar with the statistics with Latino professionals, Latinos rank the worst with net worth. We have the lowest education level, so just trying to do my part to save that slice of the world by just giving you lessons on how to grow yourself, grow your inner circle with your physical self, your mental self, your spiritual self, and your emotional self. One of my coaching philosophies is based on this one John Wooden quote where he says, your outer circle success will never surpass your inner circle success. How you doing, John Mark? Yeah, so what I'm doing is going to talk about another chapter from this book, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Day. And today's chapter is based on, it's called Meeting New People. So I wrote that chapter after reading this one book called The Black Swan by Nassim Taleb. The subtitle of that book is called The Impact of the Highly Improbable, I think. So basically it's based off this one story where most people just think there's nothing but white swans. And this happens for years and years and years until all of a sudden a black swan appears. And that just has a huge impact on what people believe and how people act and everything. And so it was a low probability event that had a huge impact. So there's other things out in the world that are called black swan events. I think a real one that's familiar with everyone is 9/11. For everyone that was here in the United States, it was a low probability event, but it had a huge impact. That event changed everything for the rest of, the 20th century? So it's a low impact, it's a low probability event with a huge impact if it actually happens. And so in this chapter I wrote called Meeting New People, that's what it's basically about. So if you want to change your life, say you want a better career, be in a better relationship, find a new hobby, the thing is you have to go out and constantly meet new people. And if you decide like, I'm just going to interact with the same amount of people every single time, things are not going to change very much compared to if you were to meet somebody new every single day or reach out to somebody new every single day, because literally nothing is going to happen unless we actually change our environment or change who we are as people. So in the book, Black Swan by Nassim Taleb, he actually says that what we should do is go out and go to networking events, go reach out to new people, because you don't know what is going to happen when you interact with that one person. So if you're looking for a job and you're just trying to search for a new job, you might meet somebody that you don't know who can provide you a really good opportunity. I remember when I was in Washington, D.C., I went to this one networking event where there was this one speaker talking about leadership and asked the crowd, hey, what do you do to help you with your self-development? And since I wrote a book on self-development, I just said, hey, this is what I do. I meditate, I go to the gym, I write in my journal what I'm grateful for every single day. And so she got really impressed by what I said. And just because I exposed myself out to expose my my opinion out to her and to the crowd, she got really impressed. And then after the event happened and we're in the networking event, she offered me a job to work at her company. I declined the job, but because I'm trying to work on this, the Grow with Joe, I'm trying to build up a financial planning firm. But that's the kind of thing that could happen. It might not happen every single time, but if you constantly try to meet new people, and you might be exposed to a really good opportunity that you wouldn't have gotten if you didn't meet that new person. So a really good way to start meeting new people is just start going to different networking events. You can overdo it, but like just say like, hey, I want to go to 1 or 2 a week so that you can focus on the other things. Because if you go to the same, what I noticed when I went to the same networking event every single time in DC is you kind of meet the same people over and over again. So if you go like literally in DC, you could go out every single day to a networking event. And if you go to the same one, like if you're going to go to this same type of ones every single time, then you're just going to meet the same people. You can create really good relationships. But if you're trying to expose yourself to those Black Swan events, what you really need to do is like get out your comfort zone and try to go into a networking event that could really lead to a new opportunity. So like a good way is just networking, like meetup groups or getting on different listservs and everything, that when they have a networking event, you just go to it. And you just got to realize like, hey, if I go to this networking event, my goal is to meet 5 new people. Don't try to meet every single person there. Just like, get their contact information, tell them what you do. This is what I'm doing. A really good technique is the tornado technique. So when you introduce yourself to somebody, you just say, hey, my name is Joe. I'm a financial planner that focuses on Latino professionals with their individual financial, by helping them get an individual financial plan. So when you say that to somebody, then you can get the wheels turning in their head saying, oh, I know somebody is out looking for this. Or say, hey, or for another example, if you're trying to get into business school or trying to do something else, you'd be like, hey, my name is Joe, just apply to, like, this is for me, is I just got accepted into business school. So I'd be like, hey, my name is Joe, just got accepted into Syracuse for their MBA program. If you know anybody, please introduce me. And just like put yourself out there, put out a bunch of different feelers, because you don't know like who that person might know that could help you out and just provide you a really good opportunity. And the good thing to do as well is just post stuff on social media. Just like, hey, I just got accepted in this school. Like I posted that on Facebook, and a couple people reached out to me like, hey, I went to Syracuse. This is, if you need anything, this is what you need to do. Because if you don't tell people what you want, then no one can read your mind. So the idea is that you need to put yourself out there so that you can be exposed to those Black Swan events. Like you can get a really good opportunity. And in that book, The Black Swan, Nassim Taleb just said, hey, go out and meet new people. If you really want to change your life and change your life for the better, go expose yourself to new things or to new people, just so that you can get that new opportunity and kickstart your life. And another thing to do to help expose you to folks is like every day what I do is I reach out to at least five people in my network that I haven't talked to in at least 3 months, 3 to 6 months. And I just say, hey, what's going on? What you doing? What's new with you? And then from there, I can see, okay, if they're trying to do something, then I'm going to introduce them to somebody or introduce them to a resource. Like I read a lot of books, so I could introduce them to a lot of different resources on how to help them build their network and expose them to new opportunities. So like every day, what I do is I just scroll to the bottom of my messaging app or text message app, and I just see, okay, I haven't talked to this person since January, so now it's July. So I haven't talked to this person since January. So let me send them a quick message. And what you're trying to do is it's only supposed to be like a back and forth of like a few responses. You're not. If you want to, you could go talk to them on the phone for like 30 minutes. But the idea is like, hey, you're just checking in what they're doing. If they're going to school, they just changed jobs. Are they moving something? So you're just getting more information. So then if you have that information, then you can expose yourself to those black swan events that could change your life for the better. You might get invited to like I know I reached out to some folks and they're like, oh, hey, I'm having a party next week. You should come. I'm like, oh, that opportunity would have not have came if I didn't reach out to that person. So, and then you might get a really good business opportunity out of it. You might meet somebody with a mutual interest, or if you're single, you might meet the love of your life. It really depends, but like the only way you're going to get all those things is if you put yourself out there and meet new folks. And you also have to realize that self-sufficiency is the road to poverty. So if you're trying to do everything on your own, it's really going to cause you to go broke, because there is too many things to do, too much things to know for one person to know everything and to do everything. So you really need a team, and you need to really have a network to help you with life, to help you succeed in life. And there's another really good book out there called Give and Take by Adam Grant, who talks about you don't really get your opportunities from your strong ties. So your strong ties are the people you communicate like every single day or every week. Your weak ties are those people that you met, their acquaintances, your friend, you're on good terms and everything. Those are the people with the most opportunities, because they have information that you don't have, or opportunities that you're not aware of. And so like for one of my coaching clients, what I did is I just told them, hey, reach out to somebody every single day. And they were talking about, oh, this is what's happening in my business. We're downsizing and everything. And that was like a week after I told them, and they reached out to somebody in the similar career. It's like, oh, hey, that's happening. Hey, we have a job opening over here. Hey, that's really good information to know. So if the company actually downsizes and that position that person is in, hey, now they have an out. And so this ties back into the concept of you have to dig your well before you become thirsty. Because if you never reach out to your network and don't do anything, and something happens where you lose your job, now you have to build that rapport back up with folks. Or like it's kind of not a great thing to be like, hey, I haven't talked to you in like a year or 2 years, just lost my job. Hey, do you have anything? Like if I received that and I haven't talked, I would probably help them out, but it still comes to the point, it's like, hey, you're just trying to be more of a taker instead of a giver type of situation. So you want to make sure that you are maintaining those relationships, because if there ever comes a time where you need some help, hey, they can help you out, and they're going to help you out because you maintain that rapport. You help them out when you needed them and when they needed help. And yeah, that's the idea. So like you really got to meet new people, reach out, go to meetup groups, find networking, like reach out to people in your network, go on LinkedIn. I know you probably have a lot of folks on your LinkedIn that you haven't talked to in a while. And the idea is like, hey, just say, hey, or like, if I, like, for example, for John Mark, I'd be like, hey, John Mark, haven't heard from you in a while. Been curious what you've been up to. What's the latest with you? No rush response required. Hope to hear from you soon. And I'm just trying to catch up, see what he's doing. If he has kids, I don't know, he doesn't have kids yet, but the idea is that, hey, I'm there to, if you need something, I'm there for you, give you a resource, connect you with somebody with my network. So yeah, go on your LinkedIn and just talk to people that you haven't talked to in a while. Just like, hey, haven't talked to you in a while, what's going on? And just see what people are up to. And you could just expose yourself to a lot of different opportunities. You might get a new job offer. You might meet a new best friend. You might find a new hobby, or you just might get invited to cool stuff. So that's what this chapter is all about in this book, meeting new people. In the book, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Day. And if you want a free copy of this book right here, all you have to do is just go to growwithjoe.me/book, and all you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. What it has, when you get the book, you also get a free report with my top 15 books to change your life, top 15 podcast episodes to give you a better mindset, and top 15 YouTube videos to motivate you when times get tough. And so this book gives you 39 different tips on how to grow yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and just help you become a wiser person. Because when you're a wiser person, you're able to develop better strategies and tactics for a plan. If you're able to create a better plan, then you're able to live a life with less mistakes and just take advantage of those opportunities that come your way. So if you have any questions, just send me a message about this book. But yeah, once again, just go to growwithjoe.me/book, and all you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. And if you have any questions, just send me a message. Follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter, Grow with Joe on Facebook. And enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take care.